Please select fan films. Excellent. Select your guest. OG Star Wars girl, begin.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm so glad to be here and be able to view these fan films. It's actually rather exciting. I've done that with a few on my channel, so thank you for having me and inviting me in.
With this. Yes. And yeah, she's a fellow fan film watcher of some Star Wars stuff and extremely into the lore.
The lore, yes.
That makes sense. Yeah, so we're going to be taking a look at, we picked a random one here. This one is by Space Pirates Production. They got just under 400 subscribers, got almost 100,000 views on their video, though. This was posted in 2020. I'm going to pause it to read these because the music's too loud to voice over at the same time.
Yeah, you have the classic opening. You have the classic opening, so it's kind of exciting seeing the classic opening. So yeah, continue.
Heck yeah.
While peace had been reigning on the galaxy for a long time, the Force revealed itself for the first time in two brothers linked for eternity who were predestined for a great future.
I feel like that's worded slightly funny. Mm-hmm. It was revealed revealed itself for the first time in two brothers linked for eternity.
Yeah, okay. That's okay. Yeah, it could have been rephrased a little bit better. Like for the first time, revealing two brothers who are linked, in for eternity.
Or linked by the Force.
Yeah.
For eternity. Yeah, this sounds odd to me, but that's okay. We'll see what else they got. You know what? I'm actually going to mute that while I read it.
However, the fear, hatred, jealousy, and greed for power changed their destiny, and in spite of this binding relationship, the two brothers rapidly followed two very different paths. One was guided by the light side, and the other by the dark side. Much later, after each one revealed his real potential, confrontation became unavoidable for the first two Jedis, or for the two first Jedis.
The music was a little too loud for me to actually read over it properly.
Yeah.
All right. Nice little planet. Nice looking ship so far. Classic wipe.
When is this supposed to be at? Is this supposed to be after?
No, he's kind of vague on that. He said he's kind of vague on the exact time, but it said the first two Jedis.
Yeah, so. And then that's very vague. And so like if this was like near Old Republic, then the Star Destroyer does not fit. But if this is after Return of the Jedi, and like all of a sudden there's no Jedi. And then the Force comes back or awakens, basically. I'm gonna go there.
Maybe that's where they're going with this. Like as far as the galaxy knows, there's no Jedi. So
yeah, okay.
Our perspective, here's the first Jedi. It's an interesting filming location.
Mm-hmm.
Very colorful. Oh, they're wearing a mask, social distancing.
So let's wear the hood while we have the mask over our mouth. Okay.
Yep.
Because Jedi can't force heal themselves from any kind of viruses.
Right.
Sorry.
You're good.
To go there.
Tone shift.
Recognize that song.
Yes.
Yep.
Utilizing their favorites of
Full of Fate.
utilizing their favorites of the Star Wars soundtracks. That's all good.
Mm-hmm.
The silhouettes, I can't specifically tell who that's supposed to be, but it could be
probably on purpose right now. But we are guessing it's the two brothers. So one is still good. One is obviously in the dark from what it has told us, and that they're only remaining Jedi. So let's go ahead and see what happens.
Oh, I thought this was a chick for a sec.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. That could be the two brothers. You're probably right. Whoops, my bad. I guess so far, I'm not sure why they're fighting each other, really.
All we know is there's conflict between the two brothers. That's all we know. That's what it told us.
Yeah.
There is no purpose, and there's no reason why this brother changed that we're not given.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, especially because it's a fan film and it's short. Like, I know that you have limited time to do something, but it just seems like they just wanted to have a fight scene. And I guess that's the context for it. Well,
you need to give the reason and like the main plot right away, so we know exactly what the conflict's about and all that. We don't know here. All we know is he was meditating, and then all of a sudden he got stopped by, I'm guessing, his brother, and now they're fighting. So
yeah, I mean, it's just like I feel like these kind of ones feel empty until there's character stuff revealed. Which is why, I mean, you can have them like this, and throughout the battle they could reveal it, so I could be, they could get what I want in a second here as I let it play. But just so far, it's an empty lightsaber fight. Any comments on their choreography so far? You think it looks all right? I mean, it's just kind of casual.
Yeah, it's casual. I've seen better, and the one that we're going to view next, you'll see how much better the other one is compared to this so far. But let's go on.
Okay. I feel like the music is telling us this is more dramatic than what it is. That's also throwing me off.
And he's like, I'm getting down. Let's take off the rope.
Yep. Already. I'm not taking mine off, bro.
Okay.
I think that's funny. That's probably unintentional. With film, he was just trying to move out of the way, knocked it down.
Yeah, like, just
that was awesome.
You would think that he would just use his blade to just chop down those trees out of his way, But I mean, I get it; it's a fan film.
But that is funny though, too. That has that comedy to it. Like when I filmed my Rookie's Quest thing, and I was chopping at a tree, and then it broke in half. Like the sword broke. It broke, and I just had the hilt, and I was just like, ugh. Like all frustrated after that. So I was able to improvise. It was not planned.
Yeah.
Funny. Sometimes it's a funny touch.
Oh yeah. What was that? So that tree did not fall threatening at all. Just like you could tell, it was guided down. I understand what's going on here. I understand this is low, but at least they could have had something pull and let it free fall itself, and he jumped back. That would have been a little bit more dramatic.
Like it might have taken a couple takes, but yeah. Like, so if that hit him, I don't think it would have done much. To be like, ow.
Yeah. Or they could have done a force like tug war with it, or like where he stops it from falling and it lands down slowly. Because there's probably someone that's guiding.
Yeah. Like on a string.
And that would have made it a little bit more believable if they would have used the force and he would have tried to stop it from falling on him.
And it's like, I can see there's ideas here, but like it's just kind of fallen bland for me right now. It's just we're halfway through and nothing's really happened so far. They're fighting for no reason. Like with these, they don't even really seem like they're trying to hit each other.
Yeah,
so
it's just
far.
it's not bad. It's okay done and stuff. But I mean, the force jump over the lightsaber, yeah, I guess that's okay because we do see a few things like with
That was the
Fandom.
best. That was the best move so far, probably.
Yeah,
The rest
right.
was just they're just
Yeah.
whack, 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 whack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess it's tough to make choreography for lightsaber fight when there's so many different versions that exist, but I don't know. You're in a unique location. You're different characters here, different personalities.
And maybe they didn't have the resource to do that, because you do have to have someone with choreography to come in and knowledge of fencing and stuff at least.
Yeah, that's true.
At least with choreography, or even if someone because I dance belly dance, and we have what is called Raka Asaya, which is a cane dance, and so we learn how to use the cane and dance with it. And there's certain things that we do that they also use canes for fighting and stuff. And so if you have that kind of choreographer person who understands fighting with sticks at least, or canes and stuff, and understands choreography, then you're gonna at least have something suitable, or at least that looks good, I guess you can say. And this probably being the first fan film. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's
of course. Yeah, I'll give it credit for what it's done and what it's, because there's a lot of people that wouldn't have even been able to make like realistic looking lightsabers. That's something. And some where those look funky, and you're able to get costumes that look believable enough. You're presenting something here, some type of a fight. So even though I don't expect top-notch choreography from a fan film, especially, but it is very surprising when I get it, and it's like, oh, yeah.
You're like, You're like, oh, I like that part there. Yeah, we'll get the gist of what's like.
Nice lightning effect. I'm assuming they got a drone to do the shot. That's a good shot of a little area here. I like that.
That's gorgeous. Why didn't he just force leap up there?
What was that?
Sorry. I said, why didn't he just force leap up there instead of climbing up around?
Yeah, I feel like this is a rare case where cuts might be their friend. Cutting from thing to thing, because they're showing a lot of what's happening, but that's not being done very well. So in that case, different cuts or angles might help make it look cooler or something.
Like you can look like he's leaping up, and then you cut out, and then he's on top, and then
you have his feet landing or something on the higher level, or just something small that can at least make us not just watch him. Gonna go climb up the thing real quick. Okay.
We see with the with the prequel trilogy, especially because we got to see more or less Jedi in the prime, basically being able to fight and duel with even the force and stuff. We've seen a lot of leaping. We've seen a lot of them using the force to enhance their jumps, their leaps, or guide them down from a fall.
Yeah, I feel like, oh dude, just kill him, stab him.
He just turned his
turned
back
around.
Don't put yourself in a situation where they can strike out. He could have just threw his blade into his back.
He was literally just right behind
ran
him.
away.
He's just right. Hold on, I'll follow it. It's just you're about to. I'm just gonna turn around.
Yeah, no,
you're dead. You're dead.
That's the critique that people have given the sequel trilogy with Kylo Ren and stuff. It's so freaking stupid.
And how he's holding the lightsaber. Look at that. That's like not how is that gonna your legs will be fine. Your face and torso are more important.
I mean, at least I know we're critiquing, and people who are watching this, we're critiquing, not trying to be mean or anything like that. But when you have, something to compare to, like the sequel trilogy and what not to do, please take those notes.
Yes. All right. And I don't understand why he's running away.
With his lightsaber behind him like that, I understand. Maybe they should have had him cut out with his saber not lit when he's running, or maybe it should be facing the other direction. Who knows?
I mean, just in general, I don't know why he's running right now. I mean, and most of the battles that they show, like in the movies or shows, like there's like ground being lost, so you're trying to gain more ground, or you're on the back foot at the moment. So okay, I need to get some space so I can reset myself or something. Like this is just, I don't know. I'm gonna walk around now.
Yeah, I'm gonna run across the water.
Okay, this is a much better location to fight, in the water. Over here. I mean, it's a cool setting, I'll admit. It's like a nice setting.
Okay, so what if he does force lightning on him and like that guy's dead?
That would have been funny if he's like, bro, just literally slices the thing. Yep, you're done. Yeah, again, I think it looks like a cool shot, but that's all it is. It just looks cool, but I don't. And again, okay, so we're almost over now. I haven't learned anything significant yet. All right, let's continue.
Okay.
The water.
Water.
The water.
My eyes. I'm gonna get water in his face. My eyes. Why in the hell? Oh my god! You have the freaking force, but still. Oh my god. What?
Bro, you got my shoes wet.
It's like they're literally in water. He doesn't care if he has water on him. They're in water. He ran into the water so they could fight in the water.
It's like the Nazgul or something, or the ring wraiths. Like, you know, they can stand in water, but a little too much water and they're screwed. That's gift worthy. That is hilarious. It's not even like a big chunk of water in my face. It's just like a little splash. Oh, that was funny. I can say that again.
Oh my god!
Rubs his eyes. My eyes. I am blind. I'm blind. Thank goodness you moved the water to the battlefield where I'm at my advantage, where I can splash you in the eyes. Oh
this one is like Anakin, but this one is like, I don't like water.
Yes, it's like worse.
And moist.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's moist. He's doing it again. He's a descendant of the Wicked Witch of the West.
You know, like there's a story from the Clone Wars era, and this is not Filoni's Clone Wars I'm talking about. This is like the multimedia project that's called Battle Jabim, and the planet was basically mostly rain, like the environment and stuff. And so they had to fight in the rain and stuff, but you weren't seeing them flicking like rainwater on each other and stuff like that. They just fought,
right?
You know, in the battle.
Like, you know, if I were to have filmed this, like I'd be like, wow, this was a lot of work to get here and all, but we got to do better than this. Before we can't show this yet. Like I'd be like, man, we got to do a little better take. Don't splash me with the water. Let's just do something else. Let's not run away. This should be kind of where the final battle is, probably. Just they should be like tired and like sweating by now, and like this would be a good backdrop for them at the tail end of their battle.
Yeah,
I think, you know,
we'll try to shove him down the water and force to drown him or something. I don't know. Just give me something believable.
Oh no, I was gonna say he has the high ground. Oh, not anymore.
Again, he turned his back on him.
Yeah, I'm not even counting anymore.
Anakin and Obi-Wan kind of thing.
I wish that they had sound effects here, because like he was like, oh, you got me. Like, I don't know, there was nothing to indicate. There's nothing to indicate what happened. I assumed that the Dark Jedi here was like, you know, like crushing his ribs or something. Like, you know, you know, he was able to get him, so he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go down now. But he just seemed to be like, okay, drop my lights. Just.
Yeah, there's no sound effect for the body, like, you know, grunts and groans or anything, no indication. Yeah, so that's what's missing too, is that you see it going on, but it's not believable because you don't hear it and you don't know what's really impacting them. Next. Okay, now.
And the music, they're really just, the music is also kind of annoying. I kind of wanted it to stop at some point. It's just still playing. Sometimes it plays too, even if the music's good, it's playing just too long. It's just, that's all it is.
Yeah, they're relying on the music. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay, so he force choked him and then just dropped him.
You should have just
isn't the fist closing supposed to be like the tightening of the force? You know?
Yeah, it's supposed to be constructing the esophagus and stuff like that to basically kill you or whatever. Okay.
Okay, that's that was something, folks. That was something.
Yeah, there was no like we got a little bit of information in the beginning scroll, right? But there was really no indication to why a brother turned, other than that one turned.
Yeah, it says while peace had been reigning on the. So when it says peace and reigning, does that sound like that makes sense?
No, because reigning is a word that sounds more or less like
it's a controlled, or there's ruling. There's an operating force here, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like an army or something. Like the Roman Empire reigned. It wasn't the monks reigned in their lands.
The empire reigned during the dark times.
Yeah, the president isn't supposed to reign over its country, not without it with it implying peace. It's like reign over it. Yeah, it's more occupation.
Yeah.
Over it.
On the galaxy for a very long time, the Force revealed itself for the first time in two brothers linked for eternity who were predestined for a great future.
Okay, this is also a very wordy. I'm okay if they start where they start, but it's like all this information is just like they're predestined for a great future. What does that have to do with anything? And with this story and the predestined, but one gets killed here. So the Force revealed itself in two brothers. That's the only information. I guess the peace in the galaxy and Force revealed itself in two brothers. That's fine. And when they say linked for eternity, were they immortal before?
Yeah, that
sounds weird to me. The phrasing.
Yeah. The Jedi don't have immortality, and the Sith craved it, is what we learned in the 6 saga movies, and then expanded out in the EU. So the only time Jedi had immortality basically is if they learned how to become Force ghosts, but that you wouldn't even call that. In the original lore, Obi-Wan said his goodbye in the Thrawn trilogy to Luke Skywalker's like, I can't linger around anymore. I have to return back to the Force. So that wasn't even immortality.
Wasn't that more like they're going to linger around until they feel like their business is done and they can be at peace with themselves or something? Like, I never even read into that. Just I kind of took it as like when Obi-Wan was helping Luke in the original trilogy alone, was like, I'm going to stick around until I feel that you've completed everything, and then I'm done.
He even stated, the Force, even in this state, we must always return back to basically what we call the spirit world. So he had
the people in the comments loved it. That's good. I guess. Yeah. One of the best saber fights I've seen outside of Hollywood. Some epic special effects, flawless music. Well, they didn't make any of the music.
That was,
Oof, this was great. I'd love to see more. Maybe do Order 60. The Sith that splashed the water at the Jedi was very funny.
They were probably trying to come with like the stupid humor that some of the Star Wars movies have. Like, but still.
So that is the only video they've really made other than the making of that video. So this was by Space Pirate Productions.
Okay.
This was made over a year ago, so they're brand new. They're probably gonna be making more of this stuff. I really hope that they improve from that. It's okay if they don't. I'm just saying, there's plenty of Star Wars fan films, and it's all good. There's some qualities in here to take away. That's just fine. Again, like the location was great. Costumes were okay. The lightsabers looked like lightsabers. The choreography, considering they're making a fan film, is all right, I guess. It's just there's a lot of. I feel like editing would have helped this a lot. Like the editing, I think could have been a little better. With adding different sounds, doing different cuts, shooting at different angles a little bit to make it a little more intense, having a little bit more, like they should have had a smaller intro bit for the credits or the story bit or whatever, the overview, because that was just a bunch of nothing really for a setup. It's just, here. Like, honestly, it might as well have just started with them fighting, because that's about as much sense as it made. Was just, here it is. And I like simple. I love simple. And I don't need to know about every little aspect of where they are in the universe of Star Wars, but just a little bit of the characters, maybe.
If they still want to stick with the scroll, if they do another Jedi or another, Star Wars themed fan film, all I suggest is just have someone like who is a good writer, literature person, your English teacher or whatever. I'm acting like they're kids. Sorry.
Or just show it to friends to say, hey, how's this look?
So put it through some scrutiny for the writing there, and let people trim it out all the filler words and make it very concise, even if it's just maybe a paragraph and a half or something. Because with that long text of a scroll, I expect a lot more content than what we were giving. That scroll was about as long as the show.
and honestly, so it's like, as I try to learn about filmmaking and everything, like script making is probably one of my most favorite parts, but I've shown a few people nowadays, and they'll start ripping into it, and I'm like, fuck, like, oh, but this was good and this was that. No, like I showed it to the script doctor around here once, and he was just like, bro, why don't you just skip those 3 episodes you wanted to start with and just start it at episode 3? I was like, what? He's like, that's stuff that builds up, but nothing happens really. So just start here. And I was like, but all this stuff that he's like, no. I'm like, wow.
Right. Yeah, just stay concise to the plots and, get from point A to point B without that much filler. Like George Lucas with, like A New Hope and his other shows where he had those quiet moments. Yeah, I get those, but like extending shows out, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, like The Last Jedi, where they had the stupid space scene chase. That's not called for really. Or the place where they went to the casino planet. That right there could have been like,
those were completely unnecessary for the time.
There's no reason. There was nothing that fruition from it whatsoever, other than just getting them out of the place, out of the chase or whatever.
Yeah.
And, so I get what you're saying. Sometimes you just got to cut out. Like, you might think it's a good idea. Like you learned, you might think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Not in the long run, because you want to keep your audience engaged.
Yeah. And again, these are fan films are essentially short films. And what I've learned with short films really is like, you got to, really, sometimes they vary on what they're trying to do. But for the most part, if they're trying to be like Star Wars, they're trying to entertain you in some way with it, tell a story from that. The shorter, like they can be short and sweet. And with that, we'll see you guys later.